What's up, guys? We got a little bit of a different video for you today. This is going to be a tour of my 68-inch Snap-on Epiq series toolbox. I've had this box since about July. My previous box was a 55-inch classic that I quickly outgrew, traded it in, and then obviously purchased this one. It's got the power drawer, power bedline, stainless top. What's cool about these power tops is if you turn this light on, there's an LED strip that will illuminate all of the drawers once they're open. So let's go ahead. We'll start from top to bottom. Quick little overview of each drawer. Top drawer is primarily sockets and wrenches. Most of my chrome sockets are Snap-on, but my impact stuff is gonna be older USA Craftsman or Capri. Justin Sturgill Trucking actually recommended the Capri stuff, and honestly, I'm quite happy with it. I haven't destroyed any yet, haven't rounded off any of the hex heads on them or anything, so pretty happy with them. For the price, it's hard to beat. We've got some of the Capri thin wrenches here. Those come in handy on a variety of jobs. We're primarily working on four-wheelers and motorcycles in this shop, so there are times where you need a really thin profile wrench to get to the fastener. Also have some of these Capri, shoot, I don't even remember what these are called, but basically they're designed, so we can get it to focus. Come on. They're designed to remove rounded hex bolts. Haven't got a ton of use out of these yet, but why the hell not? They seem kind of neat, and the Capri price point is great, and they do have a lifetime warranty, which honestly for Craftsman, as you guys know, it's extremely difficult to warranty Craftsman now that none of it's made in the States. We've also got the standard rounded bolt remover wrenches. For the standard style wrenches, we got Snap-on in both the standard and metric. And then we've got some of the old school Craftsman ratcheting and reversible wrenches. I've had those for, probably 6 years now. And the Capri roll-up standard wrenches, and by standard I mean they're not the rounded bolt technology ones. They're just your standard combination metric set. Those are nice to have, especially for taking on trips to Silver Lake, or if we're going out west or whatever. It's nice and portable. So I guess next in this drawer would be, we've got pliers as well. I love these Snap-on organizers. Most of this stuff is Snap-on as well. The Knipex stuff is great too. If you haven't had a chance to try these out, the Cobras are awesome. Really cool product there. And then this new stuff that I recently discovered was the Van pliers. Now these are cool because for removing, I can get it to focus. It doesn't want to cooperate with me, but for removing, there we go, smaller like Phillips head bolts on four-wheelers and bikes and whatnot, like throttle housing, stuff like that. This grips the fastener really well if that Phillips head is stripped out. Got a larger one here. They're pretty awesome. I think I picked those up on Amazon, but these little guys here, these Snap-on flush cut, get a lot of use. Great for zip ties. Yeah, no complaints there. Spring loaded, pretty sweet. Couple nut drivers. Move down to the next drawer here. Now, this is one of my favorite drawers. It's got most of the ratchets, extensions, that sort of thing. So we'll start from left to right here. We've got the snap ring pliers. Now what's sweet is these have a ball detent, so you can reverse them very easily. Really like those. The lighting's a little funky here with the window and the sunlight, but we got pry bars here. Those are awesome. Got the extra long 1/2-inch drive flex head ratchet. Haven't actually used that yet, but it's nice to have, obviously. These Mac RBRT bits are freaking awesome. If you guys haven't used them, I highly recommend it. For Allen bolts on 4-wheelers, it's hard to beat these. RBRT stands for Rounded Bolt Removal Technology. I can get it to focus on this. There we go. So basically it bites into the hex head of the fastener and it will remove bolts that have been rounded out, and it also, if you're using it on a fastener that hasn't been compromised, it will prevent you from stripping that. So definitely cool stuff there. And I forgot to show you in my top drawer here, I've got these in metric and standard. Justin Sturgill, about a year and a half ago, actually gifted me this metric set, and I was hooked from there and had to get, obviously, some more. So those are 3/8 drive. The ones I just showed you in this case are 1/4-inch drive, and then wanted to get the T-handles and the RBRT Mac stuff as well, so we've got those. This here is a snap-on tap and die set, metric. Not going to open that up for you. These feeler gauge sets that Snap-on makes, they're awesome. Love using these for when I'm working on the 4-strokes. Get this open for you. Come on. Yeah, she doesn't want to open up, but you can see we got the angled ones at a 45. We got straight, and they interchange on the handles here. Super handy. These are the seal remover pullers, whatever you want to call them. Those are great. Got the Snap-on mini picks, Snap-on mini screwdrivers. Those are awesome. Got the Capri impact extensions, 3/8 1/2-inch drive. Got Snap-on screwdrivers. Obviously, those are great as well. Coming over here, we have the 3/8 drive Snap-on digital tech angle torque wrench. That thing is awesome. Really like that. That's one of my favorite tools in this box, honestly. Great for when I'm rebuilding engines and whatnot. We've got all of the soft handle, comfort grip, Snap-on ratchets. That's flex head stuff, fixed ones. Got this guy. You've all seen that before. Some of it's the 100th anniversary, and some of it's just the standard, but great stuff. Got the Snap-on Allen wrenches there. Gasket scraper, that's great. The Mac mini pry bars are awesome too. Good stuff there. All of my Snap-on extensions. These would be the Snap-on ratchets that are just the normal standard handle, not the comfort grip. And honestly, I gotta say, when working on engines where your hands and stuff, everything's kind of grimy, oily, I like to use these so I'm not getting the handles caked in oil. I don't know, it's just kind of a preference of mine. You spend a lot of money on these tools, and yes, they do get used, but I like to keep them clean as well. Moving on here, this drawer's kind of got a lot of miscellaneous stuff in it. We've got seal bearing installers, valve compressor, got blind bearing puller. We have an assortment of Allen bolts, stainless Allen bolts, metric, for, you know, the 4-wheelers and motorcycles we're working on. Variety of drill bits, taps, countersinks, all kinds of good stuff in there. A couple magnets here, clutch tools for various Honda motorcycle four-wheeler motors, the hot cams valve shim kit. This is a rough country torsion bar key tool remover. We got a rough country nutsert tool kit. We've got a pencil grinder over here, a compression tester, leak down tester tool. Variety of Loctite here. These are some pieces off of a crank puller, or case splitter rather. This is a crank installer tool. Some assembly lube. Some tri-flow. This is used for lubricating heim joints and whatnot off of, you know, roll design front end on a four-wheeler. Got our air shock pumps. A variety of flywheel pullers. This is a ball joint tool that Jerry White made. Counterbalancer remover for a Honda. The Rath billet axle adjuster. See over here we got some bits, common metric size taps for helicoils and whatnot. Also got some die grinder bits for that sort of stuff. There's some helicoil stuff there. We also have a time cert kit. Valve lapping stuff here. This is a tire pressure monitor, reset tool. We got this snap-on wrench for tightening custom axis shock, threaded pieces for adjusting your ride height, that sort of thing. I forget what they call those, but coming down here, this is kind of the miscellaneous OEM part drawer. I don't know, we got a bunch of stuff in here. We got a bunch of spark plugs, rocket machine parking brake block offs. We got some different rubber plugs for plugging engines, variety of oil filters, miscellaneous OEM style bolts, miscellaneous bushings, spacers, all kinds of stuff there. We got more spacers here. We got some titanium hardware, nuts, titanium bolts, variety of different seals. I got our permanent markers, got some OEM parts, seals, bearings there, more OEM hardware. We got lug nuts, valve stem caps, more OEM hardware, dowel pins, OEM washers, crush washers, copper, aluminum. We got some exhaust springs, a jet cleaner tool, knife blades, some billet stuff there, carburetor. This drawer's kind of a mess, but a ton of different miscellaneous OEM hardware, bearing, seals, you name it. It's really good to have some of this stuff on hand because you never know what you're going to run into. Under the Starrett drill index, we've got some cotter pins, that sort of stuff. And guys, I apologize for the quality of this video. I'm kind of moving all over the place. My finger's getting in front of the camera, but this is just a quick and dirty video. I'm not a professional YouTuber, okay? So cut me some slack. Now this drawer, we've got our compression tester. We've got some gear wrench, crow's feet. Below that, we got these Mac hammers. They're the same as the Proto ones, which I didn't realize until after I paid, you know, paid more money for the Mac ones when I could have just got the Proto, but whatever, it is what it is. These are the larger hammers, the 40 ounce, 48 ounce, 32 ounce. And then this guy gets used a lot, the 16 ounce ball peen. These Ease Red magnetic collapsible trays are awesome, super handy for when taking bikes apart. Got the snap-on radiator hose picks. My Craftsman meter and electrical tester. This Ingersoll Rand die grinder is brand new. Haven't even had a chance to use it yet. Just got it last week. but reviews are really good on the Ingersoll Rand stuff, so figured I'd try it out. Got the snap-on hammers, the couple dead blow hammers. This plastic tip hammer is super nice for tapping on cylinders, heads on these small engines. Love it for that. And same with the brass hammer too. You don't have to worry about damaging the parts that you're working with. Got a riveting tool with rivets. Nothing fancy there. Got that from Ace Hardware. There's a long breaker bar. It gets kept there. Next drawer, this is kind of a miscellaneous drawer that hasn't really become a home for anything specific. We got a snap-on box, my old iPod. We've got some titanium bolts here for a customer, billet water pump cover for a customer, titanium pivot bolt for a customer. We've got some manuals, pads of paper, a snap-on catalog, some Silver Lake flags, some rags for wiping down the toolbox, some zip ties, and some Rocket billet rear hubs that I gotta throw on one of our bikes. This drawer is a little cluttered as well. Another miscellaneous drawer. We got a couple flex hones in there for honing out cylinders. Got a way safe hitch for my truck. Couple pullers in there. We got tire irons, that sort of thing. Buffing wheels. Got a little old school USA made Craftsman travel box that I've had for like 15 years. Got a hose clamp bag, battery tender, stretch wrap, film, and packaging tape for just boxing up stuff here in the shop. Now this tire pressure gauge is awesome. Blue Point makes this as well, but I sourced the original manufacturer of it. These are awesome, super accurate. You can't beat a digital readout on these things. I love them. So close that up. Next drawer, one of my favorite drawers, you got the power drawer. It's a must-have. You've got USB power here. You've got obviously the normal 120 stuff. Turn that on. We got our snap-on lights. Got our snap-on charger, DeWalt charger, 2 Milwaukee chargers. I'm in the process of phasing out all of my DeWalt stuff, so in a couple weeks here, that stuff's gonna be gone and out of here. But we've got the fuel 1/2-inch stubby. This thing is the shit. I love it. It'll rip lug nuts off of my truck. I think it's rated for 250 foot-pounds. Does a great job. Another Milwaukee hex impact 3/8, or excuse me, 1/4-inch drive with a 3/8 adapter on it. This is a Milwaukee 3/8 drive impact. We got the snap-on power screwdriver. It's really handy to have. I love the rocker switches on the snap-on product. Really great stuff. Snap-on 14.4 stuff is great. I have a 14.4 drill on order, which will almost, totally get rid of my DeWalt stuff, which is what I'm shooting for anyways. Now the best power tool of all is the Snap-on CT761 3/8 drive impact. This thing is awesome. I've sheared off some M8 bolts working on 4-wheelers with this. This thing, you got to be careful with it, okay? It's got some power, but I love it. Super compact, hard to beat it. And then lastly, got this Milwaukee Sawzall. Just got this a couple weeks ago. I haven't even used it yet. I had a DeWalt one, but like I said, I'm gonna be getting rid of my DeWalt stuff. So, yeah, one thing at a time. And this drawer is kind of a cluster right now. Lots of OEM gaskets, got seals, just a lot of miscellaneous stuff. This stuff comes in super handy when you're in a pinch and you need a gasket, you need a seal, whatever. It's handy to have. Try to be prepared as much as I can working on this customer stuff, but And then to show the power top again, we've got an outlet in the corner up here that's got USB and your standard 120 plugs. And behind this Banshee motor here, we've got another one. Yeah, super awesome. Love this toolbox. Yeah, so that's about it, guys. Sorry for the low quality video. Like I said, I'm not a freaking YouTuber, but I wanted to show you guys the toolbox setup and see what you think. So yeah, this is a wrap up of I guess a small engine mechanics toolbox setup. Thanks for watching, guys.